What's up, guys? Welcome back to In the Zone, episode number 12. Coming off a pretty good session or episode or whatever you call this. We won last time. We won almost a buy-in. We're back up above the starting bankroll after coming off a pretty big loss 2 sessions ago. So, plan here is let's win. Pretty simple goal. Here in the small blind, limping on the button doesn't ever seem to yell strength to me at all. This is a pretty bad flop for us, to be quite honest, but I'm going to bet it because we have overcards. So we do have equity, even though this hits him more often, his limp call range. But I'm going to bet one street here. This we have, that's a pretty terrible turn. We have a gutter on here, and he donks into us. Many times, I've said this before, I do not believe these donks. Although it's a pot donk. Interesting. You want to check back here, see what he decides to do. I'm going to raise, but raise somewhat small. And he re-raises. Okay, so not every time that donk means weakness, so I have to go with it. Go with my read, and then this tells me I'm wrong. So we'll just dump it, call it a day. I would usually fold this, but we're just getting too good of a price here. And we're probably beat. But our king high could be good. If he bets something stupid small, like 30 cents, I have to call it. If he bets like 45, it's just so close. This is probably a fold, but it's just three. It's like 3 to 1. We have to be good here 25% of the time. He could have a few missed flush draws. This is just played really weird by him. If he had value, why wouldn't he bet bigger? So I'm going to call it. We're probably losing here. Pair of nines. That's fine. He's just, there's so many, like, it's just a weird play to have pocket nine, or a pair of nines with, so I went with it. So far, so good. We're back under our $50 mark as of right now. Oh well. Not worried. I might look worried. I'm not really sure. I don't feel worried though. I mean, if he would have bet, maybe it's the best line for him to take. I'm not too sure. It just seems like when he's betting that small, he doesn't really like his hand that well, and really he shouldn't. 7-9. You know, my range there looks a lot stronger than that, so maybe he played it just fine. I don't know. Moving on, though. Let's get away from that hand. It's out of our mind now. So am I. Out of my mind. I'm going to squeeze here. If he had a hand he liked, he probably would have raised. And just a min raise doesn't seem the strongest to me. I'm just going to squeeze here. Oh, that's not a bad result. I didn't want to be re-raised, obviously. I'm gonna c-bet here. This doesn't hit much of his mid-bet call range. I'm just gonna fold the king 8 there. Could have gone for the steal, but that 6 deuce deuce does not hit his range at all, and I have all the pocket pairs above a 6. So that's a tough board for him to continue on, so we just take it down. We're so early in the session, I might rebuy here in a second on this table. Yeah. Take next hand if I don't double up, or at least get a big chunk back on this exact hand. I'm going to go for a rebuy. 4-6 is not going to do it, so I'm just going to fold it. With this limp, that raise, ugly. I'm going to be raising here. This is close. This isn't a strong hand. That's a great result. Just get the button out of the way. No matter what happens now, I'm decently okay with it, and we take it down. So we are in for 11-22 now. Just gonna fold that. King Jack under the gun. It's close. I could have raised it, but I'm gonna play it a little bit tighter. It seems like no one wants to be too out of line right now. It's weird how sometimes these player pools, it's the same site, but different times of day, different reaction, you know, it's just weird. They don't always play the same. I mean, it doesn't play tougher or softer, but it seems like people just have a different flow at certain times of the day. You just gotta adjust. Good hand here. Gonna be folding the king deuce. So I meant to record a session last night, and I upgraded my computer to Windows 10, that free deal they had, and I had to readjust a whole bunch of settings. So I'm in a slight rush right now, but no worries. I'm gonna be raising this with king queen against the limper, and I'm gonna be stealing 4-6 suited. It's just too good of a hand not to. Like, it's not much different than like the king 8 we had earlier, but suited in position. Bad flop for us here. I'm just gonna tank it. I think I'm going to bet here with top pair, good kicker, backdoor flush draw. Man. Gonna continue. What is he doing this with? Flush draws? I'm gonna hit the call button once. Raising here, king jack. I'm gonna check, decide here. Wow. Call it off and see what he has. 6 deucer. I don't know. Maybe that's a losing play in the long run. It just didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I didn't have enough time to really think out my or speak my thought process on that, but his hand, he just didn't make a lot of sense to me. It felt more like a flush draw than anything, and if that's the case, maybe I should have raised flop. But it didn't seem strong to me, we'll put it that way. I'll have to go over that hand. Maybe we'll throw that in the coaching videos too, because I had more to say, and now I can't remember the action exactly. A whole 2.5 minutes later, if that. 45 seconds later, maybe. I had more to say in that hand, though. I just didn't have enough time to throw it all out in 15 seconds. Okay. I was considering flatting 7-6 here. We're deeper stack now. He's just he's barely over 100 big blinds, but this 3-bet here, we can toss it now. Holding the deuce sixer. Be raising here. We do want to keep an eye on this guy for sure, and this guy. We folding the 7-6 over here as well. Just we want to keep an eye on these guys because they pose the most threat to our stack. If he would have 3-bet, I would have called because we would have been in position still. We're just going to have a lot of problems if we flat here. There's not a lot of flops we actually do like besides the flush flops, obviously, but we're not going to see those too often. And even if we do, we're going to have extraction problems. This is just a fold. I think ace queen could be a call. Ace jack is kind of meh, and ace 10 I think is just a get rid of and move on. In position, I think it's a different story. Out of position, we're just gonna have a lot of issues with it. A lot of limp buttons today. I was considering calling this when it was just him. Not so much now. I'm pretty sure this jam, I'm going to see if he calls. I'm pretty sure that has 10-8 beat. Alright. You got me. We can bet here. Take this down often enough. Wow. I really thought he was going to be folding there. Not a lot of queens in his range. I think I just give up. He might check this back. in which case we get to see a free river. Potting it, he is on. That's a spade, and that's a spade. There's no doubt in my mind that he's got a spade right here, and a spade right there. I can see through your cards, sir. You might want to hold them differently. It's an online poker joke, guys. Relax. Or don't relax, whatever. Holding this. Yeah, so far Windows 10 seems to be pretty cool. It's just I had to reroute, like, I have a USB microphone, and for whatever reason it didn't want to match up with the recording software that I use. So I had to go through all these other things. Once I did that, it was coming out of the speakers, but not the not the software still. It wasn't recording on the video. It didn't show up at all. Jeez. Raised. That's a pretty strong hand. We're just gonna dump this one as well. Pretty good flop for us. Do I want to check this back? Like, we have a huge hand. I'm just not sure what he's going to be calling with. And bet half pot here and get him to continue with worse hands still. If he's got ace 10, ace jack, he's pretty happy with his hand still. If he's at a flush draw, he's pretty happy. So I'm going to bet one more. There's not a lot of hands that I'm afraid of. If he raises here, he probably has a hand like pocket sixes. Could have somehow turned the set. But there's just not a lot of hands that we're behind, obviously. But I was trying to figure out which hands he's going to call with as well. Pretty close spots today. Either they're really close spots or I'm just not playing well. That's an honest option. I feel like I can call this, to be quite honest. Deep stack like this, I think there's some implied odds here. I could have actually 3-bet to try to take it down on a lot of boards I can c-bet with, but I'm going to check. Start here with the check. Man, I'm really considering raising this too. Like, what does he have? What does he have? I think we can just actually call and see our equity. I mean, the worst possible case scenario is we bet this. Worst case scenario is he mid bets, we raise and he jams, and we're folding off all our equity here. So I think we can actually check here the same exact way again. If he checks, cool, we see a free river. If he bets, we'll decide what size he, on the sizing. On this one, I'm just gonna bet straight up value. This is an interesting little turn here, and we did get to see our free river. Unfortunately, we didn't hit it, but I think we can actually rep this relatively cheaply. It's going to be hard for him to call with like a single queen. He can call for sure. We are beat here plenty of times, obviously. We just put pressure on him. He raises, he has it. See you later. And I'm going to actually bet. Man, I meant to bet bigger than that. I thought I had it. Damn it. Perfect. I thought I had pre-selected a bet size. So, oops. Damn it. I was talking about this hand. As played, I think we just check. Oh my god, what a nightmare. Oops. We write that in the oops column. Oh man. That was stupid. Because I think he's probably not folding that or folding anyway though. So now we just look stupid when we lost an extra nickel. I don't think he's folding that hand anywhere we go though, or any way we play that. I do feel pretty dumb though, regardless. But whatever. It's 5-0, it can't be too terrible. Can't cost me too much. That's the wrong attitude to have. As soon as I said that out loud, I was like, that's stupid. Fun episode today, just me rambling about stupid shit. Let's hope everything records properly. I'm a little bit nervous about that, since I just had to go through all the mayhem with this upgrade. Seems to be working really well on other aspects though. Good lord. How do I fold? I mean, I have a shit hand, but 7-1? We get here like 13% of the time? Alright. He got me. He got me. He's gonna check it now. Like, I was just kidding. You gonna check it? He's not sure. He's like, ah. Oh. What? Alright. I'm done with his hand. We don't have enough equity to call even with this. I think a 3-bet here. But I'm gonna set out this hand just to see what happens. And we both fold. It worked. Well played, sir. Well played. And we get the fold over here. What is going on? Steal, call, mid 3-bets. Wow. I wonder if I could have actually did something to take that pot. I don't think so, but now I'm curious. Be wrapping this up very shortly. Another 15 to 20 minute video. I kind of like this sizing of a video with all these hands. Like if we were playing one table or even two regular tables, I think 20 to 30 would be better. But with two tables of zone, we get so many hands in, we get so many spots. I think 15 to 20 is actually better than the 20 to 30 minute mark. I think. Folding here, and you know what? I'm gonna fold this as well. It's just too. I was planning on stealing. Yeah, I'm just gonna fold it. I could steal with this hand for sure and have no problems with it. And I think I could probably get him to fold a lot of the time, either calling me now and then folding flops, but eh. You can just a couple more hands here. I'll hit the sit up next big blind button. We'll let it roll down. The calculator is brand new on Windows 10 too. So nice. All right, walk time. All right. Set out next split blind, set out next big blind. I don't even know if that was an actual sentence I just said. I mumbled that so hardcore. Well then. I'm not getting the right odds to set mine, I don't believe. No, I'm not. Just dump it. Sad face, sad beans. It's a pretty good sad face. Or just fat. One or the other. So we lost over here, sadly. We're up on this side. Come on. This happened to me, I think, 2 or 3 videos ago, where I had one table go. Oh, I did the same thing a couple videos ago, too. Duh, Trav. Man. I'm gonna be so famous making these stupid mistakes like that. Alright. Like fame has anything to do with this. This is just fun for me. So we have 1284 minus 1122. Alright, so profited $1.62 today. Yes, I have to do the calculator for this simple math. You know who I'm talking to. 52.25 is the new bankroll. Nothing huge, nothing bad. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm gonna actually double check my math off camera to make sure that's correct, because all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute, seems weird, and I'm a spaz. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, enjoyed the video, hated the video, thumbs up or thumbs down. Wow, that actually worked out really well. Go ahead and let me know. Just tell me in the comments what you liked, didn't like. You can follow me on Twitter at _Trav21. Have the new Facebook page, The Trav Poker, facebook.com/The Trav Poker, I believe. Alright, I said a lot of words in the last minute and a half. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time.